Yeah. Boom. No rehearsal. This is a bitchin' in the kitchen session. Because kitchens are where I rock. Anyway, I haven't been drinking and now I am. So pull up a cuppa or not and let's have a bev. What's happening? What's happening? We are in April of 2026. Chronologically right now. And we're also in a time of many, many tricks. Many tricks. And I'm drunk. I haven't had any booze in a while. So I'm gonna, and this isn't wine. And like beer tends to make, I think, people stupid. That last guy I was with, he only drank beer. So there's evidence there. Beer does give you a beer belly because there's a lot of carbohydrates associated with it. But let's just fast forward to a minute 27 seconds. Welcome to planet Earth. It's not a planet. It's an amoebic amorphous field. It's the Earth plane in English language, in plain English. It's Plain, and it is Plane. The Earth plane moves through this field of reality. Is it round? Is it flat? It is both. The body is, as it's seen, is what? You know, if you were to see the body, if you were to see your actual field, your energetic field, it changes shape. Is it round? Is it flat? I'm a real woman. I love my very small breasts. I will tell you that when I was being breasted by Mother Nature and I developed what my Aunt Ginny called bee stings, and she would laugh. Oh, bee stings. She would mock us. I understood that the Herrick women, the bitches that I was born into, the demonic spawn of the Herrick family, and no, that's not a password question. It was like, oh, really? So I'm born into this demonic spawn in which women are just like, we get bee stings. So during that time when I developed my breasts, and I also developed a sense of, wow, I was born into a cruel family with like people who say mean things. I didn't question the shape of the earth yet. I hadn't even considered my own body yet. I'd only just heard about emotional maturity. I'd only just read What Color Is Your Parachute. I'd only just read Scott Peck and all of that stuff. And had I read Pupil of the Lie, had I read Scott Peck's Pupil of the Lie, I would have known my mother was a liar. I would have known her entire family was demonic. And I would have realized that on planet Earth, you don't always get to be born to a good family. So some of us primes, some of us reals, meaning real people, real prime, I have a memory. I was here at the very beginning. I've always been. I will always be. Right here, right now is where it's at. I will continue to be forever and ever and ever. And I know that to be true But here I am on this earth plane, which is this amorphic shape that's female, stuck in this fucked up place. And that's how I feel too. Society, as above, so below. The earth plane is a female, and she landed here and she's trapped in a paperweight of like snow globe-ism with like a fake Saturn thing that was constructed by the Archons and a constructed Jupiter. And like, is Uranus really real? And why are the demonic forces on the planet infatuated with anuses? Is Uranus really the fourth horse of the apocalypse? Are we in a reality like a paperweight, like a snow globe, in which Mother gave the Archons a job to do because she miscarried them? She dove in, she fell, her polemic splash. So what am I talking about? She's drunk. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Yeah, fuck you. Go away. So, where are we? Where are we then? If we're in such a great place, tell me where it is. Was this once Eden? Was this once heaven on earth? And what F is heaven anyway? And how many levels of heaven are there? And those people who have their NDSs, their near-death experiences, and they go through this and they tell us all these bullshit stories. I have something to tell you. For you to agree that you were a bad person and you have to come back here because of karma to get it right and suffer over and over again is a mind control mechanism they use on the NDS experience, which is why they promote them on the internet. Haven't you noticed? They promote the near-death experience so that when you actually do die, if you do, I mean, some people aren't gonna, I guess. If you do die and leave your physical form, then you will be like, yeah, give me my life review and tell me how shitty I was and give me all this terrible karma, which is bullshit. It's all like a con. So that I can come back to this planet. No, you don't want to do that. Not here, not now, not in this dimension, not in this time. Oh, but this is the most precious time. They're all watching. Everybody's coming from everywhere. The Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Syrians. They're all coming. They're watching you. Bashar and all those other mented icky things. Nah! No! You are creator. You, unless you're not, maybe you're not. I am creator. I haven't had a drink in 7 days and I'm drunk, okay? So I'm gonna just say shit because I'm pissed. This is what I've noticed from people who have had this in their body. They're not as equipped as you or I to actually understand that nature is not here to kill you. They're afraid. While I'm not an nihilist, I welcome people exiting who are afraid to live. Just go away. Just go. Have your diseases. Get off the plane. PLNE sorry, Plane, Plain. The earth is a thing that got pancaked, and the archons kind of, I feel like they built this sort of plasmic thing, and then she splatted. But how much of her is alive and how much is she dead? Some people think that we're a scab in a small pock divot, and all around that is the Arctic, which is the South Pole, which is the ice wall all around us. So the North Pole, which then you have the Ursa Major, which is the Big Dipper going around it, and it looks like a swastika. And all around that, Om Mani Padme Om, and then Om Namah Shivaya, and then you have all of these religions, and I'm not going to go there yet, because when I blow your mind to tell you all religions are from a false god, you're going to kill me. And poof, we're not going to make that a reality. Not a reality. She's just a dumb junk. She is just a dumb, drunk chick who's got a multitude of ethnic influences making up her white ass, and comes from white slavery. And I did not get a mule and an acre. Or a potato. We got the good luck. I was born into a demonic spawn's body, who probably was from that planet that blew itself up, otherwise known as the asteroid belt. When I was a child, I witnessed the so-called moon landing, and as a child who used to get hit across the face really, really hard for saying the truth, when I saw it, I would get hit so hard that I would see stars. I remember once I even had the tunnel vision. My mother hit me so hard. And then you start seeing again. My mother concussed me at a young age. So, when I saw and listened to the 1969 whatever and Nixon, I knew they were lying. I liked Nixon, okay? During the impeachment thing in Watergate, I was kind of upset because I liked him as a personality, and I think I got used to him lying and being a peanut. He has a peanut head, a peanut hairline. He has a peanut face, a peanut nose. He looked like Mr. Peanut without the glasses, the spectacle thing, or the moniker. Did he have a moniker? No, that was the Mandela effect. That was the boardwalk guy from Monopoly. But anyway, I'm a kid. Now, I'm a kid who grew up calling my grandmother in Vermont, and she had a party line, and you couldn't always get through to her because somebody else was calling. You had to wait for them to get off the phone. So the party line meant many families had the phone. You picked up the phone line connected to everybody else. You could eavesdrop if that was your jolly, but otherwise you could just like oh, somebody's on the phone, and you hang up, and then you wait for your turn. So my mother and my father didn't have a party line. We would call my grandmother, and there'd be a party line. And so we would wait. Well, the call was never that good. The quality of the quality of the call was never that good. It was like, oh, we're calling from New Hampshire to Vermont, and the quality of the call is not that good, right? So why is the quality of the call between Nixon and the so-called moon, which isn't dusty, by the way? It's a metallic, shiny, metallic thing. The moon is a shiny, metallic object. It's a machine. The moon is not dusty. It is metallic. It is shiny. It doesn't have the craters. It has nodules. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's crazy. Yeah, you go to a total eclipse of the sun and tell me what you see, motherfucker. August 21st, 2017, I was there. I was close to Lake Joukowsky in South Carolina. I was in some sort of park camping. And we hiked up, and when I saw that the moon was not this white dusty thing, that it was black and metallic. And it had protuberances. Like, this is a protuberance. Even these. The moon had very distinct protuberances. When we look through equipment, we see something that is not the moon. We see the device that whatever technology beyond humanity. See, humans don't realize that we're here on purpose. We're supposed to be part of the earth plane, Plane, Plain, but the Archons got here, and she had to get them something to do while she was in her fucking coma. And the bitch has been in a coma for so long that we're only now getting out of it. And I'm pissed off at her, yeah. I'm pissed off at our Earth Mother because I have been trying to get her to like make something happen and wake up and not abandon who it was, us, that we're supposed to be along with her. And then I think she's so awful now as an Aeon. Okay, we're her children. But just like my mother was a narcissistic abuser, do I stick with her or do I abandon her? So, do I go inside? Do I go into my earth? Okay, I'm from Source. Did I come here to save her? John Lane Lash, who I used to follow, who's like retired and an old fuck and an asshole. And in 2017, when I went to Spain, refused to visit with 3 adepts of the way of learning. He wouldn't have taught us anything anyway, and he knew it. We learned through another sage, a woman, of course. So he can go fuck himself from here to eternity while he tries to regenerate Gen X and Gen Z's interest in his, and Gen Alpha's interest in his stupid, antiquated ideas. Fuck you, John Lane Lash, for abandoning anybody who ever followed your ways. You're just like the lost technology of the moon landing. So go F yourself, you jerk! Fuck you! And I mean it. And I mean it. F you, John Lane Lash. And your little dog, too. You abandoned people with your intellect and your stupid Nemeta.org site. Yeah, you can still learn stuff there. You can learn great stuff. This is my personal grievance. This is no slight to his work, his academia, his incredible body of language and knowledge. Everything I've learned through his, there's names for it, but I've been drinking. And amazing intellect, but full of himself, full of shit, and he will fuck you if you're pretty and spread your legs. Sorry, Jenny. That's what he'll do. So, F you all. F you all. Especially you, JLL, for abandoning your people. You bitch! You're nothing but a bitch. Yeah. And you know it. So what we have happening is our own. I'm in a place like, hero worship is over. I don't want him hurt. And I appreciate everything JLL taught me. I love his body of work. I have an entire playlist on it. It served me. But what do I think of him now? What do I think now? This. You, me, and every other human being on the planet who's got their wits about them still, with this in them, can fucking figure it out. How do we figure it out? I'll tell you how. Bum, 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 bum. That's it. Right there. Right there. Okay? Let's get down to business. This is my truth. I'm in full awareness of my divinity. I am in full awareness that I will continue to live well beyond this physical form. I'm in full awareness this earth has been my mother. And I'm in full awareness that my own earth mother, meaning the actual woman whose body I came through, was demonically influenced. I'm well aware, Gaia Sophia, the wisdom earth goddess. The earth is a place to tap into. You tap root, you extract wisdom. That's what we do. I will not abandon her. But if she would exhibit narcissistic tendencies, which would be, oh sure, thank you so much for giving me energy, F you, bye, then okay. My wound is I'm an unmothered woman. My wound is I was never seen. My wound is I was abandoned by the male. And hers is the same. My wound is I'm a highly sexual female. Fuck you, organs. Fuck you, hormones. Ah! You have no idea how difficult it is to be in a world of absolute a-hole men when you are hot and horny and you have to let go. No more. I don't want you guys breathing on me, sweating on me. I don't want any of your debris. I don't want these men's, like, all the crap that they have, everything they bring to the table sick, folks. Is she in the same place? As above, so below. I know I'm prime or real. I know that the near-death experience and people that say, oh, there's people lining up to have experiences of pain. Oh yeah, they think that being like born crippled is like the highest calling. No. F you. Fuck you all. No. Why don't we try living with success for once? I'd like that. Why can't we try living and experiencing exhilaration for once? How about that? Why this billions and tens of thousands of years of crap for only 1,000 of golden? No. That's bullshit. You wanna know why it's bullshit? Because just as much as I knew that phone call didn't happen, I knew, meaning the space people, President Nixon, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm a kid. I'm going, that's not even real. And my mother used to hit me across the face for saying what was true. Would I tell her, he's acting, that's not real, he can't really hear them, they dispatch it together, that phone call's not really happening, because I knew how phone calls really happened at the age of 5 or 6, kindergarten, 5 or 6, okay? I saw the lies. My gift is intuition. My gift is I see. I'm a seer. I was hit across the face, and I saw stars inside my own head. And I saw space inside my own head because I was hit so hard by a demon possessing my mother. So, what happened in 1972 when my family of 6 went to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C.? I saw a flimsy so-called spacecraft that allegedly lifted off from the not moon. It was you can't lift off from the moon. It's metallic. I just like, I'm older at this point. I'm 9 in 1972, born in 1963, and I'm looking at this. I think it was 3rd grade, between 2nd and 3rd, between 3rd and 4th, I don't know, whatever. I go, that was not on the moon. I was 8, 9, whatever. When I was 5 or 6, my uncle came and picked me up and with my mom, and we went flying all over New Hampshire where I was born, you know. He flew into the airport, and I'm not gonna give names, but he flew in and he called her on the real telephone, and then he's like, do you wanna go up above? So basically, he's retired now, he's still alive. He flew in Vietnam, and he went on to get a doctorate and taught in aerospace, whatever, aeronautical engineering. And I never had any conversations with him about like whether or not he believed this or that at all, because he's my mother's brother, and being from the family that they are, they're never going to ask you your opinion. They're always going to tell you what reality is, and then they're going to parade themselves around as if they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Even before that, they're the greatest things since fire was created. So that was my mother's family, even they're like, you know, dumb, but he could fly, and he was motivated by her getting her master's degree in guidance and counseling, which made her adept at fucking up her own children. And he and I had great in-depth conversations and philosophical ones, and he was adamantly opposed by the way she brain fucked us, because she believed in brain fucking us, and he thought children should have free will, and that was their major argument. So he raised his kids to have free will and free choice, and she disagreed with him, and she said children needed to be bent to her will and then do her bidding, because that's the only way you can have good kids. So difference of philosophy. Let's see how it worked out. His kids love him. None of her kids really do, except the golden child and all the broken ones that are still enmeshed in her fucking web of dementia and deceit. Anyway, so my uncle came, he flew, and I was like a kindergartner, and I saw the substantial size of the doors. And so when I was 8 or 9, it was 1972, and it was at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., where I saw my very first black people. Anyway, I went and looked at this thing, and I was like, no. That thing did not do what they say it did. Because I had already heard Nixon call after I had witnessed party lines, and I'm like, no. There's no way that phone call happened. And by the way, my very first black people was then, and that was the very first time I discovered white envy, which is an entirely different story. My mother taught me that black people are really cool, and that they had a lot of soul. So I didn't have any idea, but we'll go into that later. But for now, this is the point. I'm a child. I'm a seer. I've been beat across the face for things I know. And this I know for certain. The Nixon call was BS. And that chintzy thing I saw at the Smithsonian never would have made it to the so-called Earth's surface, which wasn't dusty at all, but metallic. And the moon is not even what you all think it is. It's not natural. At one time I thought, okay, is it like a period expulsion? Like we women, our Earth women, give away iron, our blood, and like poof. The moon is a false satellite. It's been used for all kinds of insidious things by intelligences that shouldn't have anything to do with us. But because humans have been, the genome and who you are and who I am, have been messed with for so long and fucked with for so long and re-engineered, and you don't even know it. Like your entire, like you resisting what I'm saying is a program. Because you have Stockholm syndrome. You're going to side with your oppressor. My sisters will side with the oppressor of the dementia, demonic, pathological, narcissistic mother. And then the golden child now has become that. And she stole the silver. Silver conducts. She's taken. My twin, no longer, fuck you. She's taken on the curse of the delusion, of the illusion. Kind of interesting, right? So what is the earth plane? It is a pancake. It's splatted, like this is some people think, in a crater. So think of it, and then all that planet is dead, but for this living space. So there's a source field. That's all that matters. And that can change shape. The human consciousness is so stupid that we're just a scab. But here's the deal. If the oppressors want to reset, what they did before was like They busted the plasma firmament, flooded everybody, and they went underground. And then they came up after 1,000 years. So 1,000 years, the golden period, is when the oppressors, the controllers, the fucks that run the planet now, the corporations, they're gone. But then we're in like caveman days, discovering how to make weapons and cooking again. I mean, really? Really? When we have all these other skills, we have this skill set to be able to actually create. But we've been tampered with for so long. You guys, you don't know anything if you think that your life is real and every bullshit story of history is real. We're just getting started.